Well, Happy New Year, Sagittarius, and welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. My name is Tammy, and I will be doing your January 2024 zodiac reading, in which we're going to do a life check-in. But before we begin, really quickly, I ask that if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you would consider smashing that subscribe button. It really does help the channel. You can turn off notifications. That will not offend me. And then additionally, give the video a thumbs up, leave a positive comment, even if it's an emoji, share the video. All these things really help to get the content out there for others. So I'm going to draw from two decks. We're going to end with an oracle message. So I'm just going to set this off to the side. I don't have a big workspace here. And we're going to talk about everything from love to money to health. And just do a check-in and see, sorry, I'm a terrible card shuffler, by the way. And just kind of see what is going on in your world, okay? Now, really quickly, though, Sagittarius, please remember that I am connected to Sagittarius energy. However, I can't connect to every Sagittarius on the face of the earth. So this reading may or may not resonate with you. Now, sorry, I had to pause for a second. I had a live event this weekend, and my throat's been really scratchy, so I didn't want to cough in your ear. So saying it may or may not resonate. If it doesn't resonate, don't freak out. Don't get upset and think that tarot is fake. Two things you can do. You can either come back. This reading I do 3 times a year, so I will not do it again until May. So, maybe come back March or April. Maybe then it'll resonate. Or you can even get a personal reading. Go to my website, yournaturalhealer.com. Go to the services tab. The services are where all my tarot, Reiki, and astrology services are. Products are my crystals, sage, and metaphysical items. But you could go there, sign up for a personal reading, and my rates are actually pretty reasonable. Secondly, and then, okay, if it does resonate with you, what I want you to do is I want you to take your right hand, place it on your heart, take a deep breath in and say, yes, I claim this reading for myself. And what that does, Sagittarius, is it affirms to the universe that you accept your reading. Now, with that being said, I need to give a warning to the new people, or a disclaimer. Let me count my cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're expecting what I call a rainbow unicorn reading, this is not the channel for you. I read the cards that are drawn. So if you get the Tower in Love, guess what? I'm reading the Tower in Love. There are tarot readers out there that pull cards in advance to put together this beautiful scenario. And first of all, I do this for free. So I'm not going to waste my time giving a fake reading. Secondly, I'm not going to waste your time. And then thirdly, I don't need that kind of karma. That's lying. And if I put that out there, it's going to come back to me times 3. And trust me, I don't need that. So, if you're expecting just a perfect reading, which I hope this is a beautiful reading, but if that's what you're expecting, this is not the channel for you, okay? And if you're watching my reading and you get triggered and you get mad at me, you need to ask yourself a deep question like, hey, why am I so triggered? And trust me, I've had people get triggered before, so that's why I mentioned this is real. This is not a rainbow and unicorn reading. All right, Sagittarius, let's look at your overall energy as you move into this space. And you got the 4 of Cups. All right, so this isn't a terrible card. It's just saying that you might be a little bit stubborn. Maybe you're being a little bit closed-minded about things. The universe is offering you solutions, or even, it doesn't even need to be a problem. Maybe you're trying to come up with an idea of doing something, or maybe, I don't know, how to market a business or something. And you're only looking at your options. And there are options that the universe is putting out there, and you're just like, nope, I didn't think of that. I ain't worried about it. Nope, not my idea. There is nothing wrong with accepting an idea or a solution from the universe or anybody else. So don't close that out. And if you find yourself doing that, Sagittarius, I would say instinctively check your solar plexus chakra, because I think it's coming from a place of ego, where you feel that you know everything and that you're right and you don't need help from anybody. And we all need help. And additionally, it could filter down to your root chakra as well, which, while maybe the solar plexus is overactive, it could be stemming from the root chakra, because our root chakra deals with our sense of safety, security, our basic needs. So maybe there's, if you do a little deeper shadow work, maybe there's something there that is causing you, to shut other ideas out. So really watch your lower chakras in this space. I'm going to plug my channel. Go to my playlist called Guided Meditations. I have one for all the chakras. That would definitely help. I have a guided playlist called chakra or affirmations, I think. I only have one in there right now. I will be adding more, but the one in there right now is a root chakra affirmation. So you might benefit from that as well. But if you work with crystals, like I said, it's going to be hard for me to determine here what is going on with the root chakra. Normally in a distance Reiki session, I will use my pendulum to tell me if your root is blocked or under or overactive. And it could be either. But as far as your solar plexus, I definitely think that's overactive. So if you work with crystals to bring that vibration, to even that vibration down, excuse me, you would need to work with blue crystals, things like celestite, aquamarine, which I just got some beautiful aquamarine that I just added to the Your Natural Healer store, lapis lazuli, and these things can help with that solar plexus chakra, bringing the speed down, getting it back to a healthy spin, a healthy vibration. Okay, so just be open to receiving help from the universe, from friends, family, coworkers, strangers, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't always have to be the your way or my high, or your, what is it? Your way or hit the highway? I don't know, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about love. And for love, you got the Page of Pentacles. All right. So if you are in a relationship, Sagittarius, it's a beautiful relationship. There is lots and lots of loyalty. There is faithfulness in this relationship. You've got the attributes. There's respect. There is love. There is, like I said, respect, honesty, loyalty, truthfulness. Beautiful, beautiful energy. However, maybe either, and when I talk about this, it could be the, what's going on now or kind of here in the near future. The spark may have either died out a little bit, or the flame has, started to die a little bit. And that's not a bad thing. So you just need to take the proactive steps to rekindle that flame, to turn it up a bit, so to speak. So do something romantic for your partner, buy them flowers or take them out to dinner. And, if you're a girl, you can certainly buy flowers for your partner. There's nothing wrong with that. Do some just silly romantic things around the house, grab them and twirl them around in the kitchen and kiss their neck or whatever. But just do something really, really special to rekindle that. And when your partner sees you doing these things, even though they're not maybe realizing it consciously in their subconscious, that's going to light that fire and they're going to reciprocate. So it'll definitely bring some of that oomph back into the relationship, because, the longer you're with somebody and the more comfortable you get and you get caught in the daily minutia of life, things can get bit boring, so to speak. So, you know what, Sagittarius, you need to initiate it, okay? Now, if you're a single Sagittarian, this is saying if there's somebody that you like or that you're interested in, go for it. Or maybe you're in the coffee shop and you see somebody and you're like, okay, yeah, I'd like to take them out or whatever, or get to know them better. Go talk to them. Take the first step. This is a great energy to go for what you want in the terms of romance. So for you single people, have fun with that, okay? All right, let's talk about career next. And in career, you got the King of Wands. And I see that you're entering the space in your career. You're really in a good place. Things are just clicking. I feel that you have a lot of experience in whatever it is that you do, that you have confidence in your abilities. Hold on one second. My dog is going to bust in this room. All right. Sorry, my husband is sleeping, and as she busts in, it's going to wake him up. Let me pause this for just a second. My apologies about that. So, it's early here, and she's already eaten, so she's probably looking for me. And like I said, my husband, he's asleep, and I don't want her to wake him up. So anyway, as we were talking, I see that, professionally, this is a really good time, because if you're not in a management position, maybe it's time you apply for one, or you may even get promoted into one. You're really showing some great leadership abilities. It's that, sometimes with people in their job, it's do as I say, not as I do. But I really see you leading the pack, you helping others. And this is coming from the heart space. So this is really beautiful energy for your career. So, keep with the confidence as far as, understanding that, you have experience. And again, there's nothing wrong with confidence, and there's nothing wrong with pride unless it comes out of control. But you need to be careful, because remember, I talked about your solar plexus over here. So we want to make sure that your solar plexus, as far as when it comes to career-wise, is good, which I don't think that this has to do with this, because I'm just getting beautiful energy from this card. So, your coworkers, your bosses, your subordinates, people are really noticing this attitude that you have at work, and people want to copy it, and they're really looking up to you, and just really, really, really good energy. So it's the kind of energy people want to work with, people want to work for, great leadership. So Sagittarius, that's beautiful, really beautiful. All right, let's look at money. All right, so for money, we got a card in reversed. It is the Hanged Man. Well, normally he's reversed, but the card was reversed. So I had talked about solar plexus root chakra with your solar plexus a little bit. So I see some things here with your root chakra, because as I said, it deals with our basic needs, our security, and, money is basic needs. I don't want to say that you're greedy with money or that you're hoarding money. Excuse me. It's more like you have this fear, and you might not even realize it's a fear. You might try to justify it as saving for a rainy day or prepping for the future or something like that. But you do have this fear of financial hardship. Okay. And I don't know if it has stemmed from maybe your childhood, or if it's something from a past life, but you do have this fear of not having money. And it's not having money to be able to go buy lavish things. You just have this huge fear of not being able to pay the rent or the mortgage, to have gas to put in the car or food on the table. And I don't think that there's not an actual money problem going on. This is definitely within you and your subconscious. So it may be something you want to explore. And I'm not saying to go out and blow money and things like that, but you want to make sure that you enjoy, what you work for. There's nothing wrong with going out and splurging every now and then, going out and ordering, I don't know, pizza and wings, or buying yourself something new. Excuse me. Make sure you're giving to charity, to give back. But like I said, it's not to the point where I'm like super, super concerned. But there is this deeper fear. So you might want to do a little bit of shadow work and explore that. Definitely take a look and really work on that root chakra, because, when our root chakra gets out of balance, it can manifest physically. So, with that, and I can see this manifesting because you have this really, I think you're aware of it, that, but I think, like I said, you justify it more that, saving for a rainy day. And there's nothing wrong with saving for a rainy day. But if it comes to the point of hoarding, which I don't think it's you're hoarding money or that you're a miser, but it's like one more step and yes, you would be there. Okay. So anyway, with your root chakra, I would definitely work with some crystals. One of my favorite when it comes to money, and the root chakra is carnelian. But you might also want to pull in some hematite. If you're watching this before, I think it's the 23rd of January, once a month I do a remote distance crystal healing event, and it lasts about 7 days. And this month we're going to be working with hematite. So if that's something that you might be interested in, you may benefit from that, because hematite is very grounding and it works with that root chakra. But you definitely need to look more inward for this. Okay. You don't want to become the miserly one, because when you do, you're basically going to, you're going to alienate people, because you're always going to be saying no, you don't want to do anything, or you can't go here because you can't spend this, you have, just enjoy your life. And yes, save for the rainy day, but don't become Scrooge from Christmas, the Christmas, Mr. Scrooge story. Okay. Or A Christmas Carol. So just be careful, Sagittarius. All right, let's talk about health. Now, I do need to disclaim here that if you're sick, ill, or hurt, please call your doctor, or if it's an emergency, call 911. And always remember that alternative medicine, whether it's tarot, Reiki, sound healing, crystal healing, essential oils, whatever it may be, it's not supposed to replace traditional medicine. It's supposed to work in conjunction with it. Okay? So I've said that. And you've got, oh gosh, this card even look at him with the bandage on his head. Excuse me, sorry. I don't mean to laugh. But the 9 of Wands, I just pulled that over with health, and he looks so beat down. I think that, well, I always say I think that, but what the card is telling me, that either, for I think some of you, maybe you have been ill, or it could be an injury, or whether it's a disease, or maybe it's been the flu, or I don't want to say the other word you can't say on YouTube. And then maybe you're just like worn down from it. But what the universe is telling you is no, push on, you got to keep moving forward. Do what you need to do to get well, and everything's going to be fine. However, I'm also picking up, though, for some of you that maybe some old chronic or some old illness or some old injury might resurface. So like, if you're somebody that sprained your ankle as a kid, and like I have an ankle I sprained and it never healed right because I didn't take care of it when I did it, that every now and then acts up. So it could be something like that acts up, or maybe you have sciatica and you've had that off and on for years. I could see that maybe flaring up a little bit. So just be careful. I just see something, repetitive illness or injury that's going to creep up in this current space. All right. So just be aware of that. Take care of yourself. And remember, like I said, go to the doctor if you need to. If you need some Reiki, I'm here for distance Reiki. Use your crystals and do everything you can to make yourself well. All right, Sagittarius, let's look at your final life check-in card, and we are going to talk about your spirituality or your spiritual path. And you got the 7 of Wands. Ooh, my. Okay, this is not a bad card by no means as far as you. This is a bad card for other people. So I think that maybe you have some people in your tribe, so to speak, that don't like what you're doing. Maybe they don't like the fact that you believe in tarot and they're, it's the devil and all that. And that's just ignorance. They don't understand. So I think that you have some people that are trying to, dissuade you from whatever you believe in. If you work with crystals, they're like, oh, they're just rocks. What do you think? They're magic rocks? Trust me, I have heard it all. But don't let them get you down. Take the higher ground, stand your ground. Whatever you believe in, your spiritual journey is your path. Okay? It's almost like me and my husband. Like, we disagree on a couple things. I believe in reincarnation. He does not. I'm not going to force my issues on him. He doesn't force his issues on me. Sometimes we'll discuss it, and that's it. But then, there are some people, like my mother-in-law, she's deceased. If she even knew that like we sold crystals, she would probably not even talk to my husband, because they don't understand. They're not educated. But you need to remember, this isn't that other person's journey. This is your journey. As long as you're not doing anything that's harming anyone or anything else, it's none of their business, okay? So don't let them bring you down. If you work with crystals and that makes you feel good, then go for it. If you watch tarot and it helps you make better decisions in your life, there's nothing wrong with that. If you use essential oils, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't let people affect you and your path, because you're on a beautiful path. And not everybody's ready for that, okay? So don't let them get you down. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and pull this oracle card. This is called the Kuan Yin Oracle deck. I love it. It's a beautiful deck. And it's based off of the divine feminine energy. Remember, we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. And a lot of people get confused with that, and they think biology, male and female. And that's not what masculine and feminine energy is about. So we're going to focus on the feminine energy today and just see what the universe has to say to you for that. Let's take the top card. All right. So you, my friends, whoops, almost dropped the card, got the Lotus Throne. Okay, this fits in directly with your spiritual card. This is saying you have this really good connection with the universe. And when I say the universe, some people call it spirit, some people call God, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, whatever you want to call it. I just say the universe. It's just, I'm not trying to be politically correct. It's just, I don't know, easiest. But you have this really strong spiritual connection with the universe. And that makes a lot of sense here. And that's why people who don't understand it are being so critical of you. So your crown chakra, man, I would love to look at your crown chakra with the pendulum. I bet you that thing is flowing so beautifully. I bet, and if you don't realize it, really pay attention, because I also am feeling like your third eye chakra is nice and opened. And as soon as you say third eye chakra, everybody thinks, oh, psychic. And I don't necessarily mean psychic ability. But I would also, talking about this card here, because I said the universe is giving you ideas. I think that the universe is definitely speaking to you through your dreams, through synchronicities in your everyday life and signs and symbols. So I would really be paying attention if I were you. But what this card also represents, being on the throne. Think of somebody on a throne. They're above their subjects. And I'm not saying that you're better than anybody else, but what this card is implying, and that's where I said this comes in, don't let other people affect you and your journey, okay? Don't let them affect you. This is your journey, your path. And as I said, as long as you're not doing anything that hurts you, anybody else, any creature, anything, then, it's none of their business. You are in a beautiful space spiritually, beautiful energy. Don't let others affect you. Don't let others bring you down, Sagittarius, okay? I'm going to just lay that on top of there. Beautiful, beautiful spiritual connection. So I have a feeling that you probably are meditating a lot or doing yoga or something to that effect. I don't know if you do, if you practice Reiki or you receive Reiki. Usually see this openness when people, I'm just getting almost, not saying you're like a Buddha, or I'm getting this really nice Zen feeling. So again, I get this a lot with people who do monthly Reiki sessions just to get their energy balanced. Just beautiful, beautiful spiritually. So that's just very, very peaceful and calm. Just beautiful. I'm going to keep saying it. So I'm not going to sit here for the next 5 minutes going beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's all I have for you, Sagittarius. So I just want to thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastic year. I hope to see you on one of my weekly videos. And that's it. So go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste.